All right, so I'm saying that I can't really record here because of the music and it's so loud. Alrighty, it's a beautiful Thursday evening. We've had a really good day and we're gonna close it off with a board game, Scrabble. You guys know it's a really good game, and right now we're back home. I just stepped outside to just record this video. Actually, I took my first trade today. It has been a really slow week. My first trade was literally today on a Thursday. Why? Because the market opened with a gap and did not close the gap on time. Right, the market didn't close the gap on time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've been waiting for the market to close the gap on the Nasdaq and on US30, but we didn't get that. So okay, I'm also going to step inside so I can just explain for you guys that trade that I took. It was a literal 10 minutes trade. I made $1,000 in just 10 minutes trading on the Nasdaq, and I also added positions to it. And I couldn't give the inner circle the trade on time because it was like in 10 minutes I couldn't type out the signal and go in and out with them. So by the time I wanted to give them, it had already gone up. I was like, what? Tomorrow we do have pending orders, and tomorrow might just be looking really promising. And yes, if you were still wondering, yes, I am still in Nigeria. All right, the lighting is not really good here, but then anyway, I'm saying that yes, if you were still wondering, yes, I'm still in Nigeria. Really good vibes, really good people, and we've just been cruising in one of my favorite cars. All right, you guys just listen to this, right? Listen to this. Let me just switch it on just 2 minutes. Listen to this. That's about it. Let me just go inside and explain this trade to you guys, and I guess we'll see tomorrow if we do have a trade on the Nasdaq and US30, our limits orders, if they get triggered. But let's go inside. Actually, the trade that you're seeing from this point to that point, I added positions at this level. So this was a very simple trade because on a higher time frame, I just wanted to take advantage of a little thing we call a retracement. It was moving up like this, going up at this point, and then they faced a bit of resistance right at the zone, and then they continued with a large push. So as it came here for the first time, I knew that they would also want to try and face resistance at this point. So this area here, this is the next resistance level. That is where I was targeting. So as soon as the market hit my take profit, I was literally typing out the signal in the inner circle that it hit the take profit. I entered right here, and then boom, it was somewhere here as I was typing out the signal. I thought it would retrace a little bit, but then it just pushed straight up to the final take profit, and I couldn't give it out as a signal. It's a beautiful morning, and we're currently up plus 100 pips on the trade that I just gave on gold right now. Took a little bit of a risk, but anyway, one of my close friends just recently got a really beautiful house, and we are here for the empty house tour. Literally no desk, no office, nothing, just an empty house. I wish I could show you guys the house because it's a really, really big and beautiful house, but I cannot. It's not my place to do that. I'm just gonna explain this trade to you before I can go and join the rest of the guys. So I have a trend line that looks something like this, right? And then obviously a resistance level. This is my resistance level. So we had the sellers getting to this point, and then they got rejected, right, to come back to this level. And then what I expect is a breakout. For the trade to be confirmed is if we have a good breakout here. Before that, before a breakout, it remains a risky trade. That is why I told the inner circle not to risk a lot here. So after we get a breakout, they need to be confirmed and a close outside. But I might not be on the charts to actually keep checking, and we might end up missing the trade. So I just gave it out like this, and hopefully it does play out really well, and then we can write it up to probably these next levels and break out to that. But that's about it. We're currently running plus $800 on this trade. We do have a lot of things that are planned out for the day. Anyway, I hope you guys will enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys when these trades actually play out. Alright guys, so this is the Echo Atlantic. Wait, oh, that makes sense. Oh yes, Echo Atlantic, because this is the Atlantic Ocean. That makes sense. It's so nice. One of the most expensive places here in Nigeria. Well, according to what I've been told. And they're still building the city. So it's kind of like a city, and I'll show you guys right now what it looks like. But it's really calm, really chilled, and also really loud. And we're up 1.6 for the day on the gold trade that I said in the morning. And I'm going to tell these guys to actually take partial profits. And I'm going to close some of my entries right now because we don't want to see that retracement when the market actually starts moving, right? But then other than that, this is really, a chilled play. We have a little situation on gold. I'm just looking at this particular level. If we break this level that we're currently at on gold, I'm going to have to now close those remaining trades since we're going over to the weekend. But let's just see in the next, let's just say 1 or 2 hours. It looks like US30 is actually finally going for our limit order. But guess what? The market will be closing soon. Yo, if this limit order triggers right now and then the market closes, that's going to be really crazy. And I'm not ready for that. That is definitely not what we want for our trade. But maybe we could get a quick 100 pips. You never know. We really waited for this particular trade, and it just wants to play out as soon as the market wants to close. That is ridiculous. We waited the whole entire week for this trade, and it wants to trigger right now. Then we hold over the weekend. That would be so crazy. But anyway, we've been really catching some good vibes out here, and just hanging out with the other Forex traders and stuff like that, catching up and discussing and trading. We're actually trading gold, and gold was just dropping. Everyone was just like wondering, like, what the heck? What I can say is this has been a really slow week, first of all, because of, I've already explained it, right? I have explained all of those things, how the market opened with a gap, how I started trading on Thursday. I made $1,000 on my PropFirm account. And then this particular trade, I made I think I made $1,000 on this particular trade again on my personal account. And then before it actually started to drop, before the gold trade started to drop. And then now, US30 is still acting up. NASDAQ is far away from where we would want it to be, even though it's kind of like showing signs of dropping. So I had also managed to take a trade on the NASDAQ. You can see right here, as I took it right from this area, it did give me a little bit of a drawdown, and then it went to that level. This was like when I was trading with the other guys, with the other traders here, and we're just playing around with the market at that level right over there. But then we exited in profit, as you can see, and then now it just tanked right back down. So, I mean, the week was really interesting, challenging, at the same time, fun, because we were testing each other, challenging each other as traders, and encouraging each other, motivating, inspiring each other. And it has just been a really good week overall, and in terms of trading, also not really bad at all. But then I think, like a lot of traders with me, you have to really exercise patience, right? Patience is like everything in this game. And what's the day today? We've come to the end of October. Wow, right? We are going into my birthday month, which is really crazy. And yes, I hope also you guys have signed up for the challenge. You know that on the 2nd of November, we are starting up the challenge. It's also going to be NFP week. So there's a high chance of making a lot of money and winning that $500. You might just want to check that out. Make sure you use the link. It's going to be in the description below. And if you're having problems signing up, getting your email and all of that, that's because we had a lot of users visiting the site at the same time last week. On Sunday, when I posted the weekly analysis, it was so crazy. Everyone was signing up. And then our email provider was failing to send like verification codes, like overall. We hit a limit, right? So I had to upgrade my website account and stuff like that. All of those back end things. Yes. So right now, everything is sorted out. We have increased the limits, and you make sure that you sign up, join the challenge, and I'll see you guys when I'm making the weekly analysis. But for now, yes, that's about it. Let's go. Alright, good evening guys. It is, okay, focus. It is slightly after midnight. No, 2 minutes to midnight actually. And we just got back home. I'm just done bathing right now. I want to just brush my teeth real fast because I still have to go downstairs so that we can play a game. Yesterday we played Scrabble and today we're actually going to play Monopoly. So it was a really fun day in Nigeria, coming to an end. I did stay for a long time, right? But anyway, the market has just closed, right? It's now, yes, midnight right over there, the 1st of November. But anyway, that's about it. That's the end of the week, and I am looking forward to having a really great week next week because I'm going to start traveling back. No, I'm actually going to a really interesting country again, on the... Okay, I won't tell you guys the date, but then I'm going to another country here in Africa, and it's going to be a good one. Alright, I know the day, it's a Saturday, and this is literally the time we're about to leave the house. We've been indoors the whole day, and I am starving, literally starving, and yeah, I do like Nigerian food, but right now, that is not what I need. I tried okra soup, even though we do have okra in Zimbabwe, but they have a certain way that they make their own. And then I tried egusi, I tried semo, I tried pepper soup, I tried plantain. I haven't tried one dish that they call amala, and I really need to try it, but like we've just haven't gotten a good spot. Oh, I also tried suya, and yeah, a lot of snacks. I tried zobo. That is a juice that they have that is really nice. I like it a lot because it has ginger and tiger nuts and all of that. I also tried, I forgot the other name of the drink that I tried, but it was a really good one. Right, for their drinks, they're really good. And I tried this chicken from this place. Yo, we went back there last night because I really wanted to try it again, but it was closed. The guys, I think they only work like on certain days, so we couldn't actually buy that for me. And we ended up having to get the chicken from a different place, but it wasn't as nice as that guy's chicken, right? So if I have to rate Nigerian food out of 10, I'll probably give it like a decent let me just say I give it a decent 7 out of 10, right? Because firstly, I don't like seafood, right? I don't like seafood. And then I don't like spicy, right? Food. So they, first of all, make most of their dishes with seafood, like fish. There's a lot of fish, there's a lot of crabs, a lot of this, that. And then it's so pepperish, like there's everything just has chili. So for me, that is the only reason why I would rate it that, but then everything else is really good. I mean, it's, yeah, they have a lot of variety of food. So out of 10, I give it a 7, because of the spice and of the seafood that is almost in every single dish, right, that you have. But we don't even know what is planned up for the day. I guess we're just going to I think we're going to go to Fiki Marina or something like that, where they have the speedboats and the yachts, everything is just like water and stuff like that, right? And then probably get on 1 or 2 of those rides. And after that, I don't even know what we're going to do after that, but that's basically what we have planned for this Saturday. That's about it from me. If anything comes up, I'll just let you guys know. And yes, let's go. It's a lovely Sunday and it's, yes, 12 o'clock. I'm actually making the weekly analysis right now, and I've decided to check my economy calendar, and guess what? I totally thought that we'll have NFP this week, but on my calendar I only have news up to Wednesday, so I am guessing I still need to read a little bit more concerning that, right? But anyway, on Monday we're gonna have PMI, on Tuesday we'll have the job openings, on Wednesday we're gonna have ADP. We have a lot of news on Wednesday. Crude oil, this is going to be a lot of news for the US dollar, and we're going to expect a lot of volatility, especially on Wednesday. But other than that, we've had a really decent week. Looking forward to a great one again. But let's just jump straight onto the charts without wasting so much time. I mean, the weekly analysis is pretty straightforward for this week. And I also know that I did not fund anyone last week. I don't know how it skipped my mind, but then we're gonna find 6 people in this particular video. So yes, this is one of them, and everyone else you can find your name throughout the video is just going to be in any random spot. But if you're new, find the channel for the first time, welcome. We trade the Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You know what's up. Don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's just go straight on to the chart. You can see right now I'm on my Nasdaq chart. That is the very first chart that I have which is looking really good. I mean, Nasdaq is already set up. We don't really have to change anything from the previous weekly analysis that we had. If you actually could not find a lot of trades for this current week on the Nasdaq, that is a really good sign that you are a trader that knows how to exercise patience, because as you can see from when the market opened, this is the time that buyers took control of this market, right? Everything else was just selling momentum, and you either should have caught this movement or you should have just relaxed as the market was selling. Right now we have sellers that are currently in control of the market, but then they are at a significant point of interest. So we always want to ask ourselves what we want to do there. There's no point of buying at this current point. Even if it can buy, it can actually buy because this is a support area, but then we have to consider everything else below, right? First of all, we have a gap that's right here. Secondly, we have a support area that hasn't been retested at all. Okay, my battery is low. Why is my battery always low when I'm recording a video for you guys? But anyway, we have a trend line that hasn't been tapped, right? And then there are more reasons for the market to come down, right, than for it to go up. The reason why it should just go up is because we're on an uptrend overall, and then these are the all-time highs that need to be retested as compared to the gap, to the support area, to the trend lines that we have that can draw the market down. So in my case on the Nasdaq, I will always support that. The more confluences that we have, then the more valid the entry point is. Now the confluence in this case is against us buying at the current point. So we're going to wait for Nasdaq to probably first close this gap, come to the trend line, and then we see good price action before we jump on. If it breaks out of this trend line, closes outside of it, then it's showing that the sellers are still in control. We want to wait for it to come back to the next point of interest, which is pretty simple and straightforward actually for USD. Now I'm not sure if it is just my broker or this gap on USD has actually been closed. On the fundamental news, we know that the stocks right now have to be shooting up to the top, and gold is actually supposed to be selling, dropping a little bit more. So for that reason, I highly doubt that it can drop to these levels, but there's nothing impossible in the market, right? Everything is possible that can happen. So this is the area that I'm really targeting on USD, but I'm really trying to play it smart, really trying to play it cool on USD, not over risking. And then obviously if we go on to the all-time highs here, then we want to jump onto it and just ride it back up to the top. If this is already a closed gap on USD on other brokers, then we might just see a continued push to the upside, and that's about it. Let's see what gold is saying. On the daily time frame, we can really see the spot that gold decided to buy off of, which is right here, right? It came into this area. This was a resistance area. It came into it, it tapped right at this level, and then just started to go up to the top. We have a good bullish candlestick here, but then if you noticed that it got to a certain spot, which is a resistance that is started to form right now, and then yes, in as much as we have a good bullish candle, it hasn't been supported by anything. Right now the sellers are stepping in, they are still resisting this mark. It's a 4-hour time frame. You can clearly see that at this area the market is failing to break out of it, right? Then our next resistance is going to be right at this spot. Market is successful in breaking out of this area, then definitely we'll go in for this one. But then if it doesn't, we're failing, we're going right back down and continuing with that selling movement that I'm talking about. And obviously I'm not going to sell, right? Because I don't sell when the market is on an uptrend. Even if the sellers are currently in control, I'm not going to join them. I'm not a seller, right? I always look for buying positions. But other than that, I don't think this is looking complicated at all. And then like I said, remember the tournament is actually starting today, and if you haven't secured your spot, today is actually the last day to do that, because tomorrow the challenges are going to start. I think we have over 62 members that have joined so far. It's going to be a really interesting challenge. You can see from the time I'm making this video, it's just 2 hours. 3 hours, 2 hours 50 minutes before it actually closes. And then for the swing trader, you know the rules, and also for the scalper sprint, you know the rules. You can only trade gold and USD. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'll tell you guys our winner, and I'm actually thinking of distributing the prizes into giving 6 people. Like we're going to give 3 people prizes on this one, and then 3 people prizes on this one, where we have the first winner winning $500, the second winner $300, and the last winner winning $200. So we'll have 3 winners, right, for both the challenges. So instead of $1,000, we're increasing the prize pool to $2,000. But yes, that's about it from me, guys. If you did enjoy the video and you found the breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tino, and I'll see you guys in the next lit video. Love you guys.